interesting how you can take ingredients that by themselves taste not so good, but then when you combine them together in the right way, it makes something delicious. Baby food maybe? Vanilla, that's gotta taste good, right? Poison! That was really gross. Cinnamon, I love cinnamon. But throw those things into a bowl, mix them up, and voila, we have something delicious. Hey everybody, welcome to our series Creative Creatures, where we've been thinking about the fact that you and I and all human beings are made in the image of God. We are God's special creation, and we're meant to represent God's character to the world that we live in. And part of that is being creative. So even if you don't consider yourself an artist or a baker or a chef or any other creative type person, the challenge is to figure out what it looks like to be a creative creature that God designed you to be. So let's see what it looks like to be creative creatures. Today we're actually going to talk about creativity through food. And you might not think about it often, but the Bible does say a lot about food. Whether it was the ceremonial meals that the Israelites were instructed to eat by God in the Old Testament, or Jesus telling us that we should pray for our daily bread, or even the early church and how they would go from house to house sharing meals together, the Bible talks a lot about food. One of my favorite food-inspired verses has to do with John the Baptist. In Matthew chapter 3, verse 4, it says this: John's clothes were camel hair and a leather belt around his waist. For food, he ate locusts and wild honey. Locusts and wild honey. Hey, John, I'm not judging. Maybe he was just ahead of his time in the culinary arts, and he knew that one day eating bugs would be the cool thing to do. And so to get us warmed up for creative culinary combinations, I've got an idea for you. I want you to imagine some flavor profiles. We're going to call this one flavor combos. I'm going to have you in your brain think of certain flavors and then combine them with other flavors to create something maybe a little bit unexpected. So let's do one of these together. All right, I'm thinking of something salty. How about melted cheddar cheese? Nice and gooey. Put that on some salty tortilla chips, okay? So we've got a lot of salt going on, and then over the top of those, we're gonna drizzle some chocolate sauce. How's that flavor combo for you? Chocolate nachos. Okay, let's do another one. All right, this time, something kind of sour or tart. Pineapple, and we're gonna throw in something savory, smoky. How about bacon? Most people like bacon. Okay, so we've got bacon and pineapple, and then out of left field comes jalapenos. We're gonna make it spicy pineapple bacon stuff. All right, maybe your mouth is watering, maybe you're grossed out, but hopefully you've got those creative juices flowing, and that'll lead us to today's creativity challenge. With adult supervision, I would recommend you looking up a recipe that you would like to use to make something. Maybe you're gonna make muffins like I did, some pumpkin cranberry muffins, something like that. Or maybe you'll go a totally different direction. But look up a recipe and then add your own special ingredient or your special twist to the recipe to show your creativity, or just come up with your own recipe without even looking at somebody else's, and just use the creativity that God's given you to enjoy the great taste buds and food that God's given us as we experience the world that we live in. When you're all done, post what you made and your recipes to our Facebook group so we can all see your creative food expressions and share those together. That's going to be it for this week. I hope you guys have a great one. Go off and be creative creatures.